Consequences of paying the minimum on your credit card. Sometimes, having the convenience of a credit card might lead to making more purchases than necessary. Therefore, returning the amount due when the credit card statement arrives may be challenging, as the amount spent may have exceeded the amount earned. Banks have a minimum payment due feature that allows you to avoid paying the entire balance all at once by instead paying a smaller portion of the bill each month. The term minimum amount due describes the minimum amount that must be paid. When customers make only the minimum payment, interest is assessed only on the principal that has not been paid off. Despite these advantages, it is still suggested that you pay the payment in full at the outset. If you were to ask why, you could be confused. For more information, keep watching the video. Reasons why the minimum payment due on a credit card won't do any good. It's common for our monthly cash flow to be already tight when the credit card payment arrives due to a spate of impulsive spending. In such cases, we might only sometimes be able to make a full payment on the outstanding balance. In addition, significant interest is added to any balance carried over to the next month. The minimum amount due, sometimes known as the MAD, can be a lifesaver in these precarious financial times. If you are unable to make full payments, you are only required to pay the minimum payment, which is a tiny percentage of the entire amount owed. What is the bare minimum that must be paid? What exactly is the benefit of this? Keep reading to learn more. The benefits of making even the required monthly payment. That is just why it's a good idea to always pay at least the bare minimum each month. Paying at least the minimum amount due, MAD, to your credit card issuer by the due date is required to maintain your credit card in good standing and your account open. Paying at least the minimum amount due each month will keep your interest payments to a bare minimum. In addition, there won't be any late fees or penalties for paying late. If you pay at least the minimum amount due on time each month, your credit card issuer or bank will not report you as an irregular user. Late credit card payments harm your credit score. You can avoid this by paying at least the minimum payment on your credit card statement on the due date each month. How to determine the barest minimum payment. The minimum amount due is often 5% of the outstanding balance as of the statement date, as is the case with many credit card companies. Your minimum amount due will also include the cost of any EMI balance transfers or any purchases that you have converted to EMI. In addition, the minimum payment for the current billing cycle includes any balances that remain from the previous billing period's minimum payment. Negative effects of making only the required minimum payment. Making on-time full payments towards your credit card balance can earn you a grace period of up to 2 months without interest charges. In addition, you have up to 3 weeks from the date the statement is issued to pay off any balance. If you pay the minimum amount due, MAD, and not the whole balance, you will not be eligible for an interest-free term. As an alternative, interest will be added to your purchase price beginning on the day of purchase. Until the debt is paid in full, interest will also continue to accrue. Therefore, you will only be eligible for the interest-free term if you have paid the minimum amount due and avoided late payment penalties. Could you continue making the minimum monthly payment? Your credit card will remain active if you pay the minimum monthly payment on time each month. However, the loan rates are extremely expensive and there is no introductory 0% APR offer. Keep in mind that your interest payments will increase in proportion to the amount you pay off each month. Credit card debt is quite costly. Therefore, it's crucial that you always pay off your balance in full each month. You can only pay the minimum amount owing in a given month in the event of a financial emergency or cash flow difficulty. The minimum amount due will keep you from negatively affecting your credit score or late payment fees, but this solution is only viable in the near term. If you are consistently only able to pay the minimum amount due, it is time to reevaluate your finances and consider making some cuts. There are alternatives to carrying a high credit card bill, such as personal loans and balance transfers. Credit card companies typically begin charging interest on the unpaid balance shortly after the minimum payment is made. Additionally, interest is charged on all additional purchases made until the balance is paid in full. As a result, the sum total of your credit card statement will rise due to the higher interest charges and applicable taxes. So, to avoid any interest charges, pay off your credit card balance in full and before the due date. Do like, share, subscribe, and comment on what you think about this.